All right, let's see if this is working. Everyone, if you're seeing me, say hello. Um, and I'll be with you in a bit, just checking everything is good and running. Okay, let's see. All right, my loves. Oh, okay, I see myself. All right, lah. That's what we say in Malaysia. All right, lah. Okay, lah. Just add any English word. Just add like a la to the back of the English word, and that there you go. You've got the Malaysian accent down. All right, my loves. I'm so happy to be here with all of you. How have your Saturday and Sunday been? And I want to just show you something. Say hello, Grogu. Say hello. Aw, I think he's a little bit sleepy, so I'm gonna put him down for bed, okay? Okay, all right, my loves. So, beautiful ones. I'm just checking that he's actually asleep, so he's okay. He's good. He's asleep now. All right, my loves. That is my new baby, by the way, if you haven't seen. He's like my new obsession. Like, honestly, he just brings so much joy to my heart. And yes, I'm speaking like he's a real thing, but he really is. Honestly, I haven't, he really brings the inner child out of me. And I haven't had that in a while, for a long time, to be honest, with any, some kind of character. And yes, I am a big sci-fi nerd. I mean, I love everything to do with fantasies and fairy tales and mythology and sci-fi stuff, and I just love it. I just love that, sometimes it really resonates in a way that I can't even explain it. I'm just one of those really deep, empathic sensitives who, yeah, I think there was like a meme going around where I'm so deeply involved with the movie or the TV series or the plot line that I just have to go and Google everything about them. And that's me. That's me. Oh, Karen, hello, my love. Yes, we are so much in tune with that, aren't we? We're just so, I'm just so, oh, he just makes my heart like, oh, burst out. And this morning when I woke up, I came out and I said, "Hi, good morning, Grogu." And my husband was like, "Are you talking to a doll?" I was like, "Yep, I am." So there you go. That's my weekend. We actually went about trying to find him. It took a while for us to find him, and it was really one of those things that happened so divinely, where we were passing through this street in the city of Edinburgh, and I was like, "Wait a minute, I think that store probably sells that," because it's always been like one of those stores that sells really weird stuff. And weird meaning like really like anime fan kind of things. And it was like, "I think you're right." And then we went in and it was like hidden all the way back, at the back. It was just like one last one there, and it was just hidden away, and it was just so beautiful. I was like, "All right, this is the one. I'm taking him home." It's so beautiful. So anyway, long segue aside, how are you all, my loves? So I wanted to come on here today because I miss you all. I want to talk to you all. It always feels like a long time until I next speak to you all, even though it really isn't, if you consider the grand scheme of linear timelines. But I really truly felt really driven to share today. Karen, I want to see. I want to see it. Oh my gosh, I love that. I think we need like a new fan club, like a Grogu fan club. Like anyone with a Grogu, just show it, show it, show us, show us. Oh my gosh, I love that. So yes, so as I was saying, whew, so much energy, hey? I mean, with the fire element that is blowing in with summer here, and also where Karen is, it's on the opposite side of the hemisphere, where they're deep in the metal element, where there's so much darkness, and also kind of like a physical death, and also spiritual death to many things in that element. Whereas in summer, with the fire raging and blowing strong, it's in an element of joy, and it's an element of activity. How we come together is really so important, and I love it because it really brings me to today's topic, where I want to really talk about how you can have unshakable faith in yourself no matter what the circumstance is that you find yourself. And a lot of that is going to be about how we balance the light and the dark. um, you know, when I talked about, how I love fantasies and I love fairy tales and mythology and all that, you know, don't get me wrong, I love them to bits. I love them. I used to grow up writing my own novels. They were fantasy novels of, elves and human beings having a relationship. And, I love writing all these things, and reading these things as well. And for me, it constituted such a big, it's like almost like an escape for me, from the reality that I was living in. The reality was that I didn't love where I was. I never loved who I was, and I didn't love where I was as I was growing up. I always wanted to kind of just leave that town and never turn back, and I never wanted to be where I was. So these things kind of became my reason to be away. Is an escape. Totally. Oh my gosh, I love that, Karen. Yeah, I mean, I think we are all feeling the energy, right? And the fact that we can dream, the fact that we can express ourselves in our own way about these beautiful things that we can envision and see, as creative feminine leaders, or perhaps if you haven't identified with the word leader just yet, a creative feminine soul. These are very beautiful gifts that we have. They are absolutely there for a reason, and this is one of the things that we really touch upon with my clients in the Siren Goddess Immersion, because dreams and mythology and bringing them to life in a ceremony, all of those things are meant to carve a pathway for you to remember your wholeness, to remember who you really are. But what if fantasies start to become a flight response? What if it becomes a coping mechanism, right? So let me explain. For me, fantasy and dreaming, all of those things are so amazing. But at one point, like I said, in my life for a long time, actually, it became almost like a coping mechanism that started to become quite self-sabotaging. Why is it self-sabotaging? Because it allowed me to remove the attention from my reality into going into a world that is completely, made up, right? In that sense, where I could imagine everything that I want to be there, but I don't want to face the reality of my life. So in effect, if I'm talking in terms of alchemy, if I'm talking in terms of how I work with my clients, I would essentially tell my clients that if this is happening for you, that means that your third eye, your crown, they are very, very activated. Your upper chakras are very activated. It's not a bad thing, but we want to learn to ground them. We want to bring them down so that you feel safe here in this body that you created. So it is important for us, and I truly, truly believe that when we are able to do this, we are exceptionally powerful, because we are now really, truly harnessing our multidimensionality. One of the things I always talk about inside the immersion is that your uniqueness, your gifts, your special powers are in those things that you think are too weird and kind of strange, and I don't want people to know about. Those are actually your gifts. And to be very honest, I would go further to say that it could go even further into your DNA, your cellular memories, those luminous threads of fate that you haven't accessed yet. They are right here, deep within you, in the darkest caves within you. You don't want to access them because you feel fear. You don't know what you're going to meet. You rejected them. You buried them a long time ago, perhaps, when you were going through certain things in your life. So when that happens, you don't own your powers. You don't own your light. You're not standing in your own light. And in fact, I will go further to say that they are actually really, really precious things that you will want to truly reclaim, because there are lots of people out there and different authorities and even official looking people, let's just put it that way, who will want a piece of that. And that is what we call sovereignty, right? So it plays into such a bigger game that you have no idea what you are here to even express and do. You know, if you're in a place right now where you feel that, you know, enough is enough, I'm gonna answer the call to rise. I'm going to do something for me. That is such a powerful reclamation that goes beyond just living the life of your dreams. It is absolutely taking back the power for us to create a bigger change in this world right here, right now. So please know that when I say, you know, dreaming is amazing, yes, dreams are the starting points for you. It is the starting point for the reality you want to create. Now, how can you truly come into a space of unshakable faith so that you start to go out and create what you want to create, what you dream of creating, what you visualize you would create, no matter what the circumstances are? Because I'm going to tell you that a lot of times people don't like it when you speak the truth. And it's really, really, really something I've experienced myself personally. You know, when you say you want to speak the truth and you really go out there and speak it, 100%, you have to back yourself up. This is the first thing you really, really need to get, because there will be voices out there that would doubt, that will question, that will perhaps even cancel your truth. And your truth is no one else's truth. This is the thing that you have to understand, because, you know, when I say truth, for me, to own my unshakable faith, to have unshakable faith in my own truth, I had to step into a really dark, dark, dark place to look at all my rejected emotions and my rejected parts, including the memories, including the very, very present and real emotions. So those for me were, you know, jealousy. Those for me were anger. Those for me were inferiority. You know, those for me were comparisonitis. You know, I had to move into those depths, you know, to really finally give myself the permission to say, hey, I do have these feelings. I do feel angry. I do feel jealous. I do feel inferior. And I don't know a lot of things either. But at the same time, I want to go out and serve. I want to go out to be teaching and sharing the wisdom I hold. The keys that I know I possess are so special. I know that. So how can I finally have that unshakable faith? For me, is to dive really, really deep into the sorrow, the disappointment, the fears, and allow myself to really feel them. So that was the first step, to really feel all of those emotions that I have rejected for so long. That has allowed me to fully come full circle in a way where not only did I heal from anorexia, but I also was able to see that everything is happening in my favor. Everything is happening for me. So if they are all happening for me, how do I navigate life right now from here on forth? And so this is the truth I want to tell you. I know it's not something you would want to hear for some people, you know, but life is full of paradoxes. You know, the first thing I would say to my clients when they work with me, you know, I'll be very frank with you, is that you have to drop all the knowledge that you knew previously and come into this space with clear, clean slate. The whole linear way of thinking is one of the reasons why we are all suffering as a human being, until you're not, right? Suffering is always a choice. Suffering happens. I deeply, deeply feel this, and I know if you are suffering, let it be known that I'm just speaking with lots of compassion, and I feel you, my love, because I've been there. Suffering is a choice. Suffering happens because we want to control every single thing in our lives. We want to have control of everything. And if those things didn't happen the way we want it to be, we suffer because we get disappointed, we get angry, we get, all these things, and start to turn the weapons, let's just put it that way, on ourselves. We start to hate ourselves. And then you start to shut down. You start to say that, oh, dreaming doesn't make any sense now. I'm going to stop dreaming. And then on top of that, you're going to turn outward and you say to the world that, oh, the world hates me. Nobody's going to buy my stuff. Nobody's going to get what I'm saying. And it's all them. It's all these people doing this to me. And then there goes another star. There goes another beautiful light in the sky, because that is absolutely not true, but can so easily happen for so many of us. So that's why I do what I do. I really want to put this message out there to as many people who can hear this, that life is full of paradoxes. And the reason why is because that pull and push, that is the pressure that creates a beautiful cosmic being like you. We are always expanding. We are always expanding, and to expand, we need to anchor in the new reality, and then expand again, and then anchor it in again. If you didn't anchor that in, it's almost like saying, okay, just keep going, let's go on, high on, and then you just fall and crash. So the anchoring is very important. And for me, when I discovered a way that we could work with the body to do that, I absolutely, completely transformed, and I'm transformed every single day. How does it work? Well, basically what we call goddess embodiment practice in the Siren Goddess is all about that. You learn how to dial into your intuition, and that's when your expansion begins to grow really rapidly. You begin to really, really learn who you really are, and you start to wield that magic of working with energy around you. At the same time, I'm here to anchor that in for you. So I'll be teaching you, how can I anchor in this new revelation, this new expanded version of me, so that I get the notion that, I send a message out to the universe that I am anchored into this. I am embodied. I know I am the goddess. I know I'm here to do great things. Let's go, right? Instead of, yeah, let's do this, let's go there, okay, I'm going to have this strategy, I'm going to do boom, 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 boom. And then when you start to call them in and they're actually happening in your life, you're like, oh my God, is this really happening to me? Self-sabotage. And then you're back to square one. Right? I mean, who's had this before? Just let me know in the comment section. There's no shaming, no guilting at all. This is a safe and non-judgmental space. Please know that you're being held in every way. But if that is you, just comment in the section and say, yes, that's me. Now what? Now what can I do, right? Really, really know this. Whenever an experience shows up in your reality, you are absolutely worthy of it. The universe never gives you something that is beyond what you can handle, ever. And so if you need that, you need that guidance, if you need that support, and it's showing up in front of you as a mentorship, go grab it, go do it. Go and choose the mentor that can help you accelerate your process, that can help you to really, really ground in your powers, because there is no question that you are powerful. No question. But we all need your light, and you need to be able to bring that in a fully embodied and enlivened way. That is what makes this so different from everything else that is taught out there. That is what really is the reason why I designed it in this way, because the depth to which we give ourselves permission to create the dream life that we desire, the impact we want to create, even, it is absolutely synonymous to the depth of the rejected parts of the emotions that we allow ourselves to feel. And it's really, really important to say this, because I know I've had I'm gonna be really, really honest. I've had clients who started doing the work. They did ask the question of, Does that mean that, I'm always, looking at things that suck, like looking at my sadness, looking at my disappointment? Does that mean that it's going to be hurtful all the time and I'm in this dark, icky place? And I remember speaking to an artist as well before, who created incredible art, but they would often tell me that, I'm afraid, and I'm like, what are you afraid of? And they would say, well, I'm just afraid if I went deeper, if I went to the parts that I'm afraid of looking at, then I would stay there forever and I would never come back. And I want to say to you that 100% that is not true. That is absolutely not true. And in fact, it's such an interesting programming that is so related to the struggling artist archetype. And I want to let you know this because I've been there myself. I've 100% been there. I used to think that you have to be struggling to be truly artistic and creative. I so feared giving up the dark, actually, for me, because I thought that if I gave up the dark, then I would never be able to write another novel ever again. And it is so not true, because I was kind of like slamming myself in a way, because I was thinking like, if I don't feel all these things anymore, then I wouldn't be able to relate to anyone else. It's like I'm like a walking, breathing Buddha who just writes about love and light all the time. And it's so not true, my love. It's so not true. This is so tied up to the archetype of the struggling artist that you have no freaking idea how big of an impact that you're missing out on making if you keep yourself stuck in that way. Because that is one big archetype that's going to keep all the artists poor. It's going to create more poverty for truly creative and powerful beings like you. And that poverty consciousness is going to tie you down all the time, and you'll always be at the subservience of another. You will never be out there leading. That is also related to how you might be feeling icky about the word leadership even, right? You might relate leadership to someone who's completely like power crazy. I certainly did. I didn't step into my leadership for a long time because I thought leadership meant something like that. And it's absolutely not true. And I want you to know this deeply, because if you are not experiencing it, my love, trust me, you need to get into a mentorship where there is a container where you can meet other people like this. You've got to work with someone who's gone there, who's done it, and can show you what you're thinking is absolutely bad for you, one, and also that it's just not going to serve you. And you need to create new mindsets, new energy, and allow your energy to actually start flowing and stop standing in your own way. And it is so true. I just want you to know that the journey doesn't end, and it certainly only gets better in so many ways when you start to work with yourself in such a way where you're continuously returning home to your wholeness, because you are whole. And I always say this, and I'll say it again. I'm not here to fix you. I'm not here to repair you either. I'm not. I'm really not. I'm here to lead you back to your wholeness, because each and every one of you is whole, and you deserve all the abundance in the world. And money is just energy. Creativity is energy. What else is it? Freedom, joy. These are all energy. And we can co-create with the universal life force to create more of that. But we first and foremost have to stop running away. We have to stop shaking our own trees, our own foundation. Stay in that vortex of stillness. Become the vortex of stillness. And you will certainly, no doubt, have unshakable faith in yourself, unconditional commitment to the impact that you are here to create, and you will not be subjected to external circumstances, because let me tell you, external circumstances are beyond your control, one, and secondly, they will constantly be in influx. It will be changing all the time. To think that everything will be the same all the time is almost like another escapism, to be honest. And I just want you to know that there is a way to live in true alignment with freedom, abundance, and your own unstoppable vision, even though these things are continuously changing. The way is truly going within you and doing the inner work of alchemizing your pain into purpose. And I'm here for that. I'm really, really here for that. No shame, no fear, no guilt. It is truly, truly, truly beautiful. I can't tell you how many women come and thank this work because it has allowed them to speak of their darkest secrets. It has given them a space to voice their deepest fears, their greatest fears. And we all need that, and you deserve that as well. So I am here for this work. If you are ready to rise, book that beautiful sacred transformation call with me, and let's explore how we can work together. And one more thing I'm very, very, very excited to announce is that I'm going to be running a very, very special VIP weekend accelerator and retreat. It's called Rebirth, and it's only open to 10 women only, and it's happening on the 30th and 31st of July. And the early bird tickets are out already, and they will be early bird until the 11th of July, after which the price will go up again. So if you are in and you want to explore working with me and you want to check out my work, if you're new to my work, this is a great way to come on in and join me. Otherwise, have a beautiful day, and honestly, keep dreaming. Keep dreaming and know that you are the creator of your life. So you're here to create, and you can absolutely create your dream into reality. So yes, I am so excited. The VIP retreat is going to be really amazing, and it's such a good deal. Oh my gosh. And if you have booked a call, by the way, my loves, you are also in for a scholarship valued at £2,000. So it's going to be amazing. Like, I'm just really feeling the joy and abundance of giving. So grab this opportunity right now, okay, my loves? It's going to be amazing. Oh, Karen, yes, it is exciting. It's going to be so divine. We're going to be doing all the beautiful work of a tea ceremony, embodiment priestess dances, and we're going to talk about how we can really alchemize your pain into purpose. It's going to be a lush, transformative space, and it's just going to be amazing. All the details are in the link in the description box, and I can't wait to see some of you in this space. Okay, my loves, I'm going to sign off right now. Any other questions, comment, and just DM me, and I can't wait to speak to you soon. Thank you, Karen, for being here. Love you so much, and love you all. Oh my goodness. All right, sending you love.